Hello, my name is Alessandra Albano-Sellati, and my favorite sensation and perception phenomena is what is referred to as the sound-induced flash illusion. I will also be briefly discussing the McGurk effect as part of the multisensory integration idea revealed within cross-modal effects. The sound-induced flash illusion is a cross-modal effect. What is a cross-modal effect? It is classified as a perception that involves the interactions between two or more sensory modalities. An example besides the illusion mentioned is what's known as the McGurk effect. This example in particular demonstrates the interaction between hearing and vision in speech perception. Why are cross-modal effects interesting? Cross-modal effects like the sound-induced flash illusion in particular highlights the difficulties surrounding the question of how to individuate the sensory modalities. The traditional view, made up by Aristotle, is that we have 5 distinct and separate taste, touch, smell, hearing, and sight senses that are able to be studied in isolation. This idea has been overturned by the existence of cross-modal effects. Although the double flash illusion is evidence of interactions between sensory modal effects, we are still unclear about what level of sensory processing the interactions occur on. The McGurk effect. The McGurk effect is described as when there was a recording of a voice articulating a consonant, and which was then dubbed with a face articulating another consonant. Even though the acoustic speech signal was well recognized alone, it was heard as another consonant after dubbing with incongruent visual speech. It is simply another example of how our senses are not as distinct and separate anymore as once believed. Although my favorite sensation and perception effect is the sound-induced flash illusion, the McGurk effect is important enough to mention as another cross-modal effect that raises questions about multisensory integration. Particularly, what we hear is changed by what we see. What is the sound-induced flash illusion? A video is played by the viewer, with the same number of dots displayed in both instances. However, people frequently report to seeing 2 flashes whenever there are 2 beeps sounded, as opposed to only reporting 1 flash when 1 beep is sounded. Some interesting and important facts about the sound-induced flash illusion are the idea that what you visually experience is influenced by what you hear. It was discovered by Landon Shams and his colleagues. It also includes controversy about whether it should be classified as an illusion, which is the perception of real objects around us as being falsely interpreted, versus a hallucination, which is the experience of viewing or perceiving something that isn't physically present. Further studies imply that older adults are more perceptible to the flash illusion, as opposed to the many different responses of those who are younger, suggesting that multisensory integration may change as we age. Why it's interesting to me? Simply put, I find the interactions and the ability of the brain to be tricked by things that are simple to be so fascinating. In particular, the way that our multisensory integration changes as we age, turning the double flash illusion into something different altogether. When different ages come into play, a comparison is formed: the fission versus fusion illusion. The demonstration of complexities of how the double flash illusion affect the brain and its senses are part of why I wanted to go to psychology into the first place.